Welcome, friends, to islands hidden in mist and mystery, a place where old stories become real and alive. Tonight, we travel to the dark heart of the Philippines, a land full of ancient spirits and creatures of the night. Get ready for 3 scary stories that will take you to the shadowy corners of Philippine folklore. We'll explore the world of the Aswang, the Manananggal, and the Tiyanak, 3 terrifying vampire spirits that have scared Filipinos for generations. Lock your doors, turn off the lights, and get ready to be truly terrified. This is your warning. Once you enter this world of shadows and blood, you can't go back. Deep in the Philippines, where the jungle is like a dark and hungry monster, hides a scary creature. The dense foliage and the thick canopy of trees create an almost impenetrable darkness, making it the perfect hiding place for something sinister. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and the sounds of nocturnal creatures, adding to the eerie atmosphere. This is the home of the Aswang, a shape-shifting demon that wants human blood. Legends say that the Aswang can take on many forms, from a fearsome beast to a beautiful woman, making it nearly impossible to identify. They are masters of deception, blending seamlessly into the night. Imagine a normal neighbor, maybe a nice old woman or a quiet farmer. They go about their daily lives, tending to their chores and interacting with the community. They seem harmless, even kind, earning the trust of those around them. By day, they look ordinary. But when the sun sets and creepy shadows grow long, they change. As the last rays of sunlight disappear, their transformation begins. Their bodies contort and shift, taking on a more monstrous form. The process is both fascinating and terrifying to witness. Their eyes become red and wild, glowing with an evil hunger. These eyes can pierce through the darkness, seeking out their next victim. The intensity of their gaze is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. Their teeth become sharp fangs ready to tear flesh. These fangs are not just for show, they are deadly weapons designed to inflict maximum damage. The Aswang's bite is said to be excruciatingly painful, leaving deep, jagged wounds, and from their backs grow bat-like wings ready to carry them silently through the night. These wings allow them to move swiftly and silently, making it easy for them to sneak up on their prey. The sound of flapping wings in the dead of night is often the only warning of their approach. The Aswang can smell human blood, especially the blood of children. Their sense of smell is incredibly acute, allowing them to detect even the faintest scent of blood from miles away. This makes them relentless hunters, always on the lookout for their next meal. Villagers tell stories of children taken from their beds, their cries disappearing into the night. These tales are passed down from generation to generation, serving as a grim reminder of the dangers that lurk in the darkness. The loss of a child is a devastating blow to any family, and the fear of the Aswang only adds to the tragedy. Some say the Aswang eat internal organs, using their long tongues to drink blood. This gruesome feeding method is both horrifying and efficient, allowing them to consume their prey quickly and leave little evidence behind. The sight of an Aswang feeding is enough to haunt anyone's nightmares. Others say the Aswang can detach their upper body, their intestines trailing behind them as they fly, looking for their next meal. This ability to separate their body is one of the most disturbing aspects of the Aswang. It allows them to cover more ground and evade capture, making them even more dangerous. The scariest thing about the Aswang is that they look human. They could be anyone. This makes it incredibly difficult to know who to trust. The Aswang's ability to blend in with humans is their greatest weapon, allowing them to strike when least expected. That stranger on the street, the new person in town, it could be the Aswang waiting to attack. Their presence is always a cause for concern, and villagers are often wary of newcomers. The fear of the unknown keeps everyone on edge, always looking over their shoulder. People use crucifixes, holy water, garlic, and salt to protect themselves from these creatures. These traditional methods of protection are deeply ingrained in the culture, offering a sense of security against the supernatural. However, their effectiveness is often questioned. But even these things might not work. The Aswang are cunning and resourceful, often finding ways to bypass these defenses. This leaves villagers feeling vulnerable and helpless, constantly searching for new ways to protect themselves. The fear of the Aswang is strong in the Philippines, a fear passed down for generations. This fear is not just a product of superstition, it is a deeply rooted part of the culture. Stories of the Aswang are told around campfires, serving as both entertainment and a warning to the younger generation. It's a fear that stays in the shadows, reminding us that even in our homes, we are not safe from the creatures in the night. The Aswang's ability to invade the sanctity of one's home is perhaps the most terrifying aspect of all. No place is truly safe from their reach. Remember, the next time you're in the Philippines, be careful of people who are too friendly. While hospitality is a valued trait, it's always wise to be cautious. The Aswang can be charming and persuasive, luring their victims into a false sense of security. And if you hear flapping wings at night, don't look outside or you might see the Aswang. The sight of this creature is enough to instill a deep sense of dread, a reminder that the night holds many secrets and dangers. The air is heavy with fear as we go deeper into Philippine folklore. The stories we uncover are not just tales, but echoes of a time when the line between the natural and supernatural was thin. Our next story moves from the jungle to quiet villages where a different kind of horror lives. These villages, often shrouded in mist and mystery, hold secrets that have been passed down through generations. This is the story of the Manananggal, a terrifying creature. Unlike any other, it strikes fear into the hearts of those who dare to speak its name. Imagine a beautiful woman, but her beauty is strange. It's an otherworldly allure that draws you in, yet leaves you with an unsettling feeling. She moves gracefully, her eyes shining. Her presence is almost hypnotic, making it hard to look away, but she hides a horrifying secret. Beneath her enchanting exterior lies a monstrous truth. The Manananggal is not fully human. By day she blends in, but by night her true nature is revealed. At night, when the moon shines, she changes. The transformation is both fascinating and terrifying to witness. Her body splits at the waist, her lower half staying put while her upper body with giant bat wings flies. This grotesque metamorphosis is the stuff of nightmares. Her wings are leathery and veined, casting a scary shadow. They flap with an eerie sound that sends shivers down the spine. With a terrible scream, the Manananggal flies, her long hair trailing behind her. The scream is a harbinger of doom, echoing through the night. Her eyes glow as she searches for her prey. The glow is a beacon of terror, signaling her presence. She wants pregnant women, using her long, sharp tongue to steal the hearts of unborn babies. This act of horror is what makes her one of the most feared creatures in folklore. Villagers talk about the Manananggal's cries and homes filled with the smell of blood. These stories are whispered in fear, as the scent of blood lingers in the air. People use garlic, salt, blessed daggers, and prayers to protect themselves from the Manananggal. These traditional methods are their only hope against the creature, but even these might not be enough. The Manananggal's cunning and strength often surpass these defenses. The Manananggal shows that evil can hide behind beauty. It's a reminder that appearances can be deceiving. It's a creature that embodies the darkest fears of motherhood, the fear of losing a child before it is even born. So tonight, remember the Manananggal. Let her story be a cautionary tale. Remember that even in your homes, there may be creatures hiding in the darkness. Stay vigilant, for the Manananggal could be closer than you think. Our journey into Philippine darkness ends with the Tiyanak, a creature so scary it will change how you hear a baby's cry. This malevolent entity is deeply rooted in Filipino folklore, a tale passed down through generations to warn and terrify. Forget big monsters, the real horror is in the small. The Tiyanak may appear tiny and helpless, but its true nature is far more sinister. Imagine walking through the jungle at night. The air is thick with humidity, and every rustle of leaves sends a shiver down your spine. The darkness is almost palpable, wrapping around you like a suffocating blanket. You hear a baby crying, weak and alone. You want to help. The sound tugs at your heartstrings, compelling you to find the source of the distress. But be careful, this is the Tiyanak's trap. It preys on your compassion, luring you deeper into the darkness. It's a demon that looks like a baby to trick people. Its innocent appearance is a facade, hiding its true malevolent intentions. Its eyes are cold and black, devoid of any warmth or humanity. They pierce through the darkness, sending chills down your spine. Its small hands have sharp claws, ready to tear into anyone who gets too close. These claws are its primary weapon, capable of inflicting severe damage, and its cry becomes a scary growl. The transformation from a helpless wail to a menacing growl is enough to freeze your blood. Those who try to help the Tiyanak are attacked. The moment you reach out, it reveals its true form and pounces. It tears into them, drinking their blood. The attack is swift and brutal, leaving little chance for escape. Some say Tiyanak are the spirits of stillborn babies seeking revenge. These tormented souls are believed to be trapped between worlds, driven by a need for vengeance. They roam the Philippines, their cries a reminder of death. The eerie wails echo through the night, a haunting reminder of their tragic fate. There's no way to protect yourself from the Tiyanak. Traditional methods of protection like amulets or prayers are said to be ineffective against this relentless spirit. To ignore its cries is to be heartless, but to help is to die. This moral dilemma is what makes the Tiyanak so terrifying. It exploits our deepest instincts and fears. It uses our kindness against us. The very trait that defines our humanity becomes our greatest vulnerability. So if you're ever in the Philippines and hear a baby crying in the dark, remember the Tiyanak. Let the tales of old guide you and keep you safe. Remember that the scariest monsters are the ones that trick our hearts. They are the ones that make us question our very nature, leaving us haunted long after the encounter. These are just a few of the scary vampire spirits in the Philippines. Their stories remind us that nightmares can be real. If you liked these stories, subscribe and hit the bell for more scary stories. Share these stories with your friends if you're brave enough. Until next time, stay safe and watch out for what's hiding in the shadows. Sweet dreams, and remember, sometimes the monsters are real.